Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And today's a sweats kind of day. It's a coronavirus. We're all quarantined for forever, and if you're still wearing pants every day through the coronavirus, what are you trying to prove, man? Seriously. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Today we're just going to play some Arena Cube because I absolutely love it. It is so much fun. I know that it doesn't get quite as many views as our other types of stuff, but Ikoria is going to be coming out soon. My creative juices just aren't into the decks right now. I built a Tor brand Counterstorm deck. I built a few other decks that are like, I'm still working on to get them to where they're not losing every single game, because I can't make a video if I lose every single game because you guys just don't like that kind of stuff. And so we're gonna jump into Cube today because it's fun, and yeah, we're just gonna go into it. Here we go. So same thing I did on the last two times I did Cube is we're just gonna check through. Oh, we have a Lyra Dawnbringer. We have, holy crap, an amazing white. What we're gonna do is just kind of dive through the cards really quick to see what we've got. I'll point out some main, like, big stuff. Demon Lord Bell's Unlock is so fun. Rankle is amazing. That's what I love about this format, is like I feel like I have amazing stuff in every color set, and that's where the hardest part is, just finding which one I want. I think Lyra may just be the best one. Hostage Taker is not bad at all either. Garruk, Casualties of War. Seriously, I never know what to choose because there's tons of amazing stuff. Tolsmere. So those are the cards here. I'm going to go ahead and build my deck out. I'll fast forward through this part, and then we'll be back with the deck as is. So just a quick sneak peek into the way that I like to build my decks is I like to go through and like initially just decide, okay, what colors do I want to go into? Then I throw everything that I would actually like to have in a deck, put it in here, and then I whittle down until I have 40 cards, basically. Sometimes I'll completely tear down and rebuild again, just because like there are colors, like honestly, I think a green-red deck would do amazing here. We have lots of mana for like a Grixis style deck. There's a lot of good stuff for it, but I think our white is so strong that it's kind of making me stay away from going to the colors that won't work well with our white cards, because those are actually the ones that are going to win us the game here. Lyra, just amazing. Elspeth Conquers Death. We just have so many good pieces that it's worthwhile to be in white. So let's go ahead and I'm going to fast forward again, get to the rest of the build here. All right, so this is what I've come down to. I have 42 cards left. I'm supposed to get rid of 2 to kind of make the deck more consistent. And what I would be cutting here is probably like Casualties of War, just because the mana base, I decided to take out most of the black and just splash it for the Ethereal Absolution, Garruk, Seraph of the Scales. But having Casualties of War makes it harder to splash. But the thing is that I have Chromatic Lantern, I have Dryad, I have Gilded Goose, I have, Golos. I have a bunch of ways to be getting multiple colors or getting my colors onto the battlefield. So like I have lots of mana fixing in the deck so that I could hit the 2 black mana for Casualties of War if I need it. It also is ramp that helps me get to our Platinum Angel, which I just can't see how that's not a bad thing. If we have a Platinum Angel on the battlefield, an opponent's winning, they suddenly have to find removal that kills something with 4 toughness. It's a little bit harder to do in this format than other times, and so Platinum Angel might just be what wins us games, here and there. And so it's worth holding on to. Casualties of War is the same way, though. It swings the game in such a big way, and in this format, people are going to have multiple types of things on the battlefield. And so I'm thinking of just adding a land instead here. And I'm not sure if we even need to. We have Once Upon a Time as well in this deck. There's so many things that just kind of help us with our mana fixing that 17 might be okay. I typically play 1 less anyway than most people do. But in this one, because we're playing a lot of 4, 5, and 6 drops, and a lot of our early game is just kind of meh, it does help us get to everything, but it also helps us get lands out of our deck. So I might just add in 1 more land and go forward with that. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure what land we're going to add, but we'll apply our styles because that's got to do that. And maybe add, I'm not sure if I want the 4th swamp. Like I said, we have lots of ways to fix it. Everything else is just a splash. Garruk, Ethereal Absolution, Seraph of the Scales. We should be able to hit those with 3 lands, 3 swamps in here, and all the mana fixing to be able to get it. I'm also playing things like Cavalier of Thorns in here, which the mana base in this is kind of funky, for sure. And so I might just add a forest If I feel like I need to change it, I can change it after a game or two. Blast Zone is a little bit weird here too, but I think that we're playing weak enough stuff in the early game that Blast Zone can be definitely valuable for us as a removal spell for 1s and 2 drops in the early game. So let's go ahead and run it like this. 43 cards in the deck. And yeah, here we go. Up against Men X, and we got Golden Egg for a bit of mana fixing and card draw. So I get to add 1 mana of any color with this, but 1 time. So it's not that great. Night of Autumn is pretty good. I don't love that we don't have much other colors, but we have a turn 2 draw. So, I mean, it's not a terrible hand. We have a lot of more expensive things on the top end. And hopefully a way to get to them. There we go. All right, sweet. So we do find a Plains, Golden Egg. So now we have some mana fixing for black mana as well there. And now we have lots of mana potential. Actually hitting land. So if we draw land here, that would be the best. Actually start getting ramp going. Get to like Tola's Mirror. Oh, well, how about that? We got all of our colors. Pretty cool and stuff. Dryad. Forest. Pass the turn. And now all we need to hit is land number 5. I think Golos getting us to our Ethereal Absolution. Oh, against a Mentor the Meek deck. Yeah, Ethereal Absolution is going to wreck this person. I would love to have Field of the Dead here. That would be sweet. You know what? Let's kill Mentor of the Meek while we can. No reason to let them actually draw cards. I don't think we're hurting for mana. Ethereal Absolution will be amazing, but we're so far ahead. Let's get the bodies on the battlefield. Start doing the cool things like the cool people do. Terra Amander. Okay. Well, let's swing in. Hopefully no like Silways or anything like that. I'm hoping that they're just kind of stuck on their mana base here. The cool thing with the Dryad here as well is that we get to actually use Golos's ability. And that was the reason why I decided to throw him in. So grab, swamp. We do want a 3rd green source, but again, with Dryad, we're good. Just keep that around. No planar cleansings or anything like that. Swings in. Intriguing. Time wipe, maybe? Chart a course. So no board wipe. Not this turn. Dead. They have wishes, so they have a blocker. That's fine. All of our creatures get +1/+1. Yeah, Legion's Landing would be nice here as well, but that should be able to finish the game out pretty easily. Dude, we just have so much power packed in this deck. I know that it's a little bit awkward with like the number of colors we're going into and everything, but it actually works out pretty well. So let's hope we can do that over and over again. Up against Sweat Frog, and I think that that's really my favorite part about this. We're on the play with ramp to get up to Garruk and stuff. We'll keep it. Hopefully they're not aggro. My favorite part about this right now is there's a bunch of good stuff. Now you have to find a way to throw it together in a deck that's actually cohesive and works. Like, that's actually one of my favorite things to do. I love it so much. And that's why I've been loving playing this style of stuff, right? Brain Maggot, until he leaves the battlefield, we'll go ahead and give him, oh, he gets a Still It. It might be Chromatic Lantern here. We have a few good hits. Grow from the Ashes would be the worst card, but it's the one he's hovering over from what I can see. Chromatic Lantern would hurt us a bunch, but we already have the Grow from the Ashes to hit the forest. They do take Chromatic Lantern. I think that's the best play. Because we're going to want to grab some black mana here while we can. But we also want to get to this Cavalier of Thorns. Well, can't kick it. We have 2 of our 3-4 black cards in hand already. Do I want to hold on to... Let's just go with the forest. Go with what our basic deck wants. Because we have things like Questing Beast. We have other cards that really need the forests. Yeah, we have things like Questing Beast in this. There's so many good cards, it's ridiculous. I hit a very good batch of cards here. Hey, they're Grixis. I love how many 3-color decks there are too, and I think everyone's in the same boat. Alright, Owen Speaker. Yeah, I forgot that that gets to choose which card that it takes from you. It's a big deal. I'm not sure if it's better than the rat. I mean, choosing something from their hand to like disrupt the game is better, but a lot of times people are playing removal. Man, we can't play anything now. I didn't grab black mana. Should have thought that through a bit better. Okay, pass the turn. So this blast zone goes on to 2. We get to take back our chromatic lantern. Hopefully they won't have any way to deal with that. I should have grabbed a swamp, I guess. The Ethereal Absolution to kill the Bring Maggot also was a way to go. And just making sure I got to Garruk. Making me sweat there. Sweat fog. Isn't that just a sauna? Or something like that? It's a draw a bunch. Yep, resolve. Here, they always go for the 2 cards. That's the typical thing. Gutter Snipe is only good in some situations. Giving them 2 cards that are lands is something, but... And they may want that, but it's not the best thing. All right, so... Add counters, 1 counter... now we're going to Cavalier of Thorns over the Blast Zone. I care about getting that back, but not right away. Lots of good stuff to the bottom. To the graveyard, excuse me. Pass the turn. Dude, this deck is so stacked. Oh man. These are like some of our weaker things as well. Like it really is busted. We know that we're running up against decks that can have potentially the same kind of power as well, of course. Yeah, not hitting black mana is annoying. The nice thing about this is now I get to, when I use Blast Zone, I have enough mana to then also play the Chromatic Lantern. Patient Rebuilding, okay. Mill my stuff. Oh, that could be bad. We already started milling ourselves. Oh, it has Menace, right? Forget about that. Okay, pass to my turn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and Blast Zone. We actually get to play Chromatic Lantern, land, and Once Upon a Time at instant speed. We are going to go attacking. I think we need a raise here. Down to 15. Pass the turn. Oh, man. Are the good things on top of the deck here? Okay, we're going to go ahead and Once Upon a Time now. Golos. I'm going to hope that we keep this Chromatic Lantern around. We'll take Golos. Golos with Chromatic Lantern. Oh, man, so many good things. I mean, if ever they kill this Cavalier of Thorns, though, we're in pretty good shape. I think with your Absolution, Garruk, dude, this deck is pretty stacked. Which of the 3 amazing cards should I play? I'm not worried about discard at this point, at least. I'm worried about counter spells. Okay, Nyx Lotus. That's fine. Tap for 3 at the moment in blue. You have to choose color. You get to choose color at any time. That's kind of interesting, actually. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8. We almost have enough to play both of these. If I hit a land on the next turn, I can Golos into Tolsmir. Does it come in tapped? It does. Okay, never mind. Let's play Garruk. I think putting the bodies onto the battlefield, especially before, then we'll get Ethereal Absolution on the next turn. We get to have lethal next turn. Questing Beast as well. My goodness. They're drawing all the cards. We're milled down to 17. But we got a stacked hand here. Knight of Even Legion. Tolsimir with the Garruk is pretty sweet too. Okay, Tezzeret comes out. Yep. I guess we went with Tolsimir. Legion Warboss. Okay, creating a lot of bodies. Lots and lots of blockers. Ethereal Absolution now is looking better. Okay, swings at Garruk. That's fine. Yep, block it. Okay, we hit land. So 5, 9. Tolsimir lets us fight 3 creatures and gain a bunch of life. Their Absolution kills at least 1. Guess it's Tolsimir. All the life gain is ridiculous. Okay, you fight there. Guess I can just destroy target creature here, huh?
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
Okay. Kill the knight, kill Artress. Yep, grow our Garruk. All attack. Is there a chance that Tezzeret will find a way to actually blow us out here? I don't see how we don't have lethal on the next turn, so maybe we should swing at Tezzeret, but just in case, let's go ahead and swing in. We bring him down to 1. We're back up to 20, but they're going to kill us with our deck more than anything else. So we have like 4 turns, basically. I think that Garruk and Ethereal Absolution should be able to finish off no matter what comes our way in these colors. Like Mass Manipulation, I guess, is the worst thing. Which they have 4 mana here for that. So that would be the worst thing, is if they had something like Mass Manipulation. Even Agent of Treachery, I don't think steals enough stuff. I mean, stealing Garruk would be annoying. I'm not even sure if Mass Manipulation is in the format. I've not seen it yet in the format. But I mean, this cube seems to have like all the best cards that are played a lot. Okay, Phoenix of Ash does nothing. Bond of Insight. Lots of cards into the graveyard. It's not good. Down to 9. What does this one do again? Each player puts top 4 cards to the library. Return 2 instant sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Do they just not have any instants and sorceries? With Gutter Snipe in here, that's very... They must just not have anything. That's brutal. Alright, yeah, this should be game. You have 4 more mana. We can give everything +3/+3 and trample as well. Okay, Ethereal Absolution. I could have also Wolf-Willowed Haven, done some other stuff. Yeah, so... Dude, this deck is busted right now. Like, we were in trouble because they were milling us, which is a good format, a good thing to do in a 40-card deck format. But we had 45, or 43, I mean, so clearly we were already planning for that. All right, up against King of Tendies. Removal, kind of, and board wipe, kind of, if we hit the right lands, and then into another board wipe of sorts. Like, if we can get to Tolsimir, I think that we have a good shot, but I'm not sure that hand could get us there. This is better. This we keep. Oh man, Cavalier Thorns or Gideon. Gideon is a lot earlier. We can even get it on turn 2. Which a turn 2 Gideon seems really powerful. Let's drop the Cavalier Thorns. I like the card. It is amazing. But it would require us some good things to be happening there. All right, Gilded Goosey. I like their lands. Question for you guys. Do you prefer these types of lands or the ones I've got? I really like these ones just because the art of the land itself, like the island in that, just looks really pretty. And same with the forest here. Like, that's probably my favorite thing of those so far. So Gideon's going to get hit, but I think that's okay. Especially because we get a really good blocker for it next turn.
I walk a righteous path. I believe.
Alright, pass the turn. I still think a turn 2 4/4 indestructible creature is pretty good. We're going to see if it gets bounced or anything like that. But... let's see what you got. Paradise Druid. Worst case scenario is Questing Beast. Winged Words. Okay, not the worst case scenario. We're in okay shape. Swings at Gids. Yup. That's cool.
Do not frighten me.
Ooh, once upon a time. Alright, so Dryad. Play out the swamp. Yep, getting the ramp going.
Prepare for battle.
We're gonna give him vigilance so we can swing in just for the Rubbins. Yeah, okay. And now we pass the turn. Oh man, that was beautiful. I love anytime you get to swing in with the 0 powered thing is so much fun, and doing it while keeping it held back. I feel good. I feel good. All right, hopefully we hit land for Elspeth Conquers Death. Once Upon a Time should help us find something good anyway. What does it hit again? It's 5 lands. You may reveal a creature or a land card from among them put into your hand. Such a good card, even without it being on the for free. I think for 2 mana that's still a pretty good card. Beast Whisperer. Okay, land would be grand. You want to kill that. 4 mana. I think we can hit some better things, and just creating a food token to make sure we get to some other stuff is good. Tolsimir or the land that we need. Again, we can ramp up to something else here. But it's only if we get to keep the goose around. But we have a good chance of hitting lands. We have a better chance of hitting lands than anything else after the fact. I think even the Stonecoil Serpent isn't a bad way to go. So play out the land.
Your light will cleave the dark.
It doesn't actually matter. Swing in with the Gids. Yep, take it down to 12. Stonecoil for 3. We can give... Giving him lifelink as a bigger creature might just be better. Yeah, we'll create food. Pass the turn. We have a lot of expensive things we might run into. Actually, I think we put Casualties of War in the bottom. Is it random order? So yeah, we don't know where it's at. Simic. I'm guessing they have things like Uro in the deck. I don't even know what else. There's a lot of good stuff here. Kefnet. Alright, well, Elspeth Conquers Death kind of gets rid of that. Stonecoil Serpent actually completely blocks it. But we don't get to swing in with Gideon. And its doubling up ability is annoying. What stuff's in the graveyard? Nothing yet. Oh, almost forgot to use the food. Chromatic Lantern. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we exile Kefnet, it just goes down 3 cards deep. With the Gideon, though, that might be fast enough. With Stonecoil Serpent on 6, however, Kefnet can't do much of anything. We get to Elspeth Conquers Death on the next turn and swing in with a massive creature. Alright, let's go to combat first. So give this indestructible. Swing in with the Gideon. I just wanted to see if they wouldn't block. But I guess with Kefnet it doesn't matter at all. Alright, Stonecoil for 6 is what I said, right? The main thing here is that it has reach. Now we can also swing in with a lifelinker. Elspeth Conquers Death slows them down a bunch. We're in very good shape. But they have 5 cards in hand and 6 mana, so 7 mana. Bad things can definitely happen here. Mantle of the Wolf. And Thrashing Brontodon. Alright, so they get to kill Gideon here. And potentially the Stonecoil Serpent on the next turn. Mantle of the Wolf, what does this do? So when it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, create 2 green wolf tokens. Wow, nice. No trampling. Guess we should have held up the goose, huh? Stonecoil Serpent dies anyway next turn. And we can get one of them back from with this. We can only put 1 counter onto the Stonecoil Serpent where we can actually get back the Gideon pretty well. Let's say no blocks. Let's go ahead and let the Gideon go. Okay, how much mana do we have now? Not enough to play this and that. Alright, Elspeth Conquers Death. Yeah, we get the Kefnet. They get 2 bodies. And now I think we just play it slow. They can block with 3 creatures. How do they block? If we kill Thrashing Brontodon and one of the wolves, is that actually worthwhile? We are not drawing cards. They have 4 cards in hand. Let's go ahead and swing in. If we kill 2 wolves, which is probably their best block, that's okay. I think killing Beast Whisperer would be the best thing that could possibly happen. Yeah, I'm willing to make that trade. Okay, so we get to kill 2 things this way. Yeah, and that's not bad either. They get to keep Beast Whisperer though, which is really frustrating. Okay, he plays Island, Wayward Swordtooth. I think they already have City's Blessing right now. Yep. It's a 5/5 for 3. Pretty good stuff. We actually had a chance of running that as well, but yeah, we probably should have actually. More mana ramp. I'm more worried about we didn't have enough card draw to really make it worthwhile. Lotus Field, my goodness. They have got it all. Yeah, this one, I'm not sure how we win. We have to hit bombs after bomb here, which we have them in the deck. Casualties of War would be pretty sweet. Knight of Autumn's not bad. Doesn't kill Kefnet, but we get to kill Golos. A body that kills a Golos is pretty good stuff. No attacks. Oh man. The Beast Whisperer is the issue. I mean, there is a chance that they just aren't able to kill us in time before they mill themselves out with the Beast Whisperer. But if they have that many creatures, we're in a lot of trouble. I think our best draw is Ethereal Absolution to slow the game down. We can creating blockers each turn as well. Yeah, I guess. Incubation Druid, man, they're going off. 16 cards left. Swings in. Is there anything to hit with Knight of Autumn? I guess we block. We know we're taking stuff through the air all the time. I guess not anymore. Knight of Autumn can get pretty big here. We can get 2 counters onto it, and we get the additional counter from Elspeth Conquers Death. There's no artifacts or enchantments to destroy. Is there enchantments? Gideon's good, but only sort of. Seraph of the Scales is nice, though. This just dies to Kefnet, so let's go ahead and put a counter onto it. 2 more counters onto it. Now we can block Wayward Swordtooth, and now we have Seraph of the Scales, which if they want to race against us, we will gladly take up that race against this Kefnet. Pass the turn. We can gain 3 life almost every turn, but they have 4 cards and a card engine. We do not. And they have all the mana in the world. Chromatic Lantern. Nice. Karn's Bastion. They have no counters yet. Oh, they do. This Horn Beetle is actually going to get pretty annoying. Nice. That might be a game right there. I'm not sure how we get back from that. We do have Settle the Wreckage in the deck. So I guess we hope for settle. And just survive until then. Swings in the air. No blocks. $15 cards now. I mean, they're only going to be running so many creatures. So let's gain the life. They only dealt 1 to us, basically. Golos. Golos is interesting. With Dryad, we can do some really cool things. Take action, grab, Blast Zone. What would we put it onto? 2 is pretty good. We don't actually have anything on 2, so yeah, I guess bring off on 2 is good. The best thing here, though, is we want to use Golos's ability. Patient rebuilding, man. Now they might mill us before we mill them. Although they draw cards as well for each land we put into the graveyard, which we've not drawn that many lands, so they'll be milling themselves out about the same pace, but they'll be drawing cards while they're at it. That's not good. Golos will make us mill out faster. Oh my goodness. Nice. Man, one thing after another. This has been rough. They've had very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. You gotta kill Golos. Oh, please kill Knight of Autumn. Yes! Alright, we're all about that. Whew. Okay, we have to survive. We will block with this Gilded Goose now. Can't block with the Dryad. Now we can. Okay, block the Dryad. Man, so much damage. We're actually dead if we don't block with one of these guys, huh? Goose is going to block something. Might as well block a bigger creature. We're all on this Golos being hitting something amazing. I can only play him this turn, so if we hit our Settle the Wreckage, we're out of the game. What is this? 4, 8. Not enough. Okay, block. Create more food. Down to 3. I'm not sure if we have enough mana to actually use food. Okay, we got Settle the Wreckage. Oh, oops. Saying oops like I missed it. Alright. Good game. Let you swing in. Oh, please swing all in. This would be so brutal. It's so mean of me. Swing all in. Ah. Okay, fine. I tried really hard to get them there. All right, we still have some good draws. Actually, what's all in the graveyard? Casualties of War is still a potential. We get to Golos this next turn, so we could do enough to stay in this game. Yeah, you get that back. Incubation Druid can grow. Do it now. They get to Karn's Bastion as well. All right, back up to 9. That is a healthier life total than where we were at. And there's some pretty amazing draws that we can hit. That's a pretty good one, but we have to do this. All right, Golos. No! Oh, that was terrible. Man, we had Ethereal Absolution in hand, which didn't save us, but we had it. Revoke Existence. What do we hit? Oh, man. Let's see here. Where are they at? 10 cards. We're at 17. Man. Good game. Dang it, we had Ethereal Absolution. We tried to do the gotcha. They played it well. I maybe laid it on a little too thick. Just a little bit, but that was fun. That was a fun game. Cap against Tias, no green mana. I don't think we can keep it. I mean, Chromatic Lantern is something, but on the draw, we're a little too slow. This we can keep. Keep this. Drop. Our only good 2 drops. So it's one of the 5 drops we have to drop down here. Golos, I guess, is more situational. Tolsmir is almost always good. More mana demanding, though, and this lets us fix stuff. So I guess we throw Tolsmir to the bottom. Yeah. Well, we found our black sources, passed the turn. Stonequill Serpent, we want to at least be a 3/3. Which we're playing it to our... Ooh, hey look, we get a free card. Okay, Once Upon a Time, for free. Plains. Play that Plains. Play the egg. Draw the card. Settle the Wreckage. Interesting. Pass the turn. Settle is so good in this format. Because typically your win condition is going on the beatdown plan. You're going to be swinging in for the win. And so we can hopefully get them at some point with that. Do we go for Growth for the Ashes right now? We have our other black source. We need another green source right now. Yeah, I guess so. There's no reason not to. I always like to go for the kicker, but we have Golos at that time, and at that point we're not going to need much more lands out of the battlefield, out of our library. Pass the turn. Biogenic Ooze. Alright, nice. And the ooze is gonna be annoying. That's a little bit harder to settle. Okay, play Golos because I think there's a better chance they actually will swing in with this the next turn. So take action, grab Forest. Pass the turn. Creates another ooze token. Yup. Oh, they have all the mana and the ooze. Oh, this is actually not very good. Garruk gets to kill the ooze. And then dies to Incubation Druid and everything getting pumped. Dryad is pretty sweet. All right, we get to play Dryad and hold up the Settle the Wreckage, which means we get to use Golos on the next turn, which would be very, very good. Creates another creature. Yep. That's cool. They know we're not going to block. If they swing in with the ooze, we're definitely settling. Adapts. This is before combat, so I'm thinking they're going to swing in big. Glass casket. That's annoying. Nice. Well, we have a way to get rid of artifacts at some point. Swings in with the 2 4/4s. Nope, they're playing it safe. All right, well, we will gain some life while we can. It's a sorcery speed. Okay. Pass the turn. Can't use the ability yet. We're kind of trying to slow roll this a little bit. This Settle the Wreckage. I'm waving over their cards. This is one of my favorite things about Magic that I kind of miss. Hey, stop it. Now we can't settle. And we're probably dead. Hopefully they keep playing it slow. Mending of Dominaria. Okay. Oh, that Rabid Bite was brutal. You gotta start swinging in at some point. Just with one, no blocks. Doing nothing seems suspicious. Do we survive an attack, though? So I think we can Elspeth Conquers Death. I could place Serpent on 7. They create how many oozes? 2 oozes next turn. Garruk also isn't terrible, just to start creating tokens. I think our best hope is to try to get him with the Settle the Wreckage. We basically are showing that we have something like that, though. Yeah, we can't afford a hit. Let's go ahead and settle now. If we can slow down their game plan a little bit, it's at least useful. So we settle now. We play Garruk. We can play Elspeth Conquers Death and Stonequill Serpent as just another blocker, maybe. We kept our life total a little bit higher. And Biogenic Ooze is such a good card when we don't have removal. And we even have removal, just not enough. Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death. They get to bring back all lands from the graveyard. Okay, take Biogenic Ooze. They get to create 2 oozes. Don't know why they didn't do it beforehand. That's still going to be very difficult for us to deal with. But we'll create another blocker. And now we get to create 2 blockers each turn, and hopefully that's enough. Pass the turn. Oh, why didn't I block the 4/4 earlier? Oh, because I settled instead, huh? An 11/11 doesn't have trample yet. Karn, more card draw. Realm Cloak Giant. I didn't see that.
Do not talk to me of the future. The choices we make reveal who we are.
Divine Visitation. Is there any token generation right now? Sure. Without token generation, it doesn't do much. The ooze would have been really bad with that, though. Okay, we dropped down to 13. My Visitation, Lyra. All right, well, we play Garruk. Lyra has to come down after the Realm Cloak Giant. Actually, you know what? I think we have to kill Beanstalk Giant. With the Realm Cloak Giant, there's just no way. Ooh! Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That changes everything. All right, pass the turn. We got a Platinum Angel coming. Okay, okay, okay. So we have to try to get the board wipe to happen first. Knight of Autumn, okay, kills Elspeth, Conquers Death. Frustrating. Or Golos, which we get to just bring back. But they're trying to go for the win this turn, which they may have it. 5, so they get to swing in for 8. Please play out the... You gotta be kidding me.
We should discuss some solutions.
All right, well, we forced them to board wipe with the Platinum Angel, and then playing out Lyra after that should win the game for us. Okay, we can't keep Garruk around, so no reason to block. Could kill Incubation Druid, but again, we're gonna force the board wipe next turn no matter what. So no blocks. No way to get it back now either, but that's fine. We do have a potential way to get to Golos, or yeah, we'll see. Creates a token, that's fine. We play Platinum Angel. No attacks, pass the turn. They could... The issue here is that they can swing in first and then board wipe. And if we're at 0, we still lose. So I did forget about that side of things. These guys have Vigilance, so we can't actually like attack in at all. Maybe playing Lyra to force the board wipe would have been better. Because Lyra would have slowed him down for a few turns. They also get to create angels with this Karn. Oh my gosh. That is enough for lethal. So we block. Down to 5. Another angel. Goodness. Five and lifelink, no attacks. Now they can't swing in and win, so it's gonna force the board wipe again, and then we just hope we can win the top deck war while they're creating angels with Karn. I don't think we can win this one. It's gone. It's been a really long game, which has been fun. Reclamation Sage, nice. All right, well that's good. Whew, man. This format is so much fun because it's not quite as like well fine-tuned as Constructed is, but everyone's playing with good stuff, and you have to be creative with the fun stuff that you create, and that I just love it. I'm not sure if I've said this enough times, but I flippin' love this format so much. Okay, Ginger Witch, bring it on. Let's do this madness. And Questing Beast, some ramp, we get to fix things, but we're on the play. You know, I'm going to keep it. I typically would not keep this hand, but we are in a slower format. A little bit slower. I haven't really seen people playing aggro yet. They've got Once Upon a Time. You should always wait for the draw before you grab that, by the way. On a Shaman, that's not good. Bluff Struck Beast, that's also not great. Or certainly. And we just keep drawing 5-drops. I mean, I'm glad I have lots of mana for our 5-drops. But on a Shaman, swings for 1, down to 19. Cool. Wolfwillow Haven's not terrible. I think the Swamp's the perfect thing to put it on as well. So now we get Tolsimir the next turn. Tolsimir. Oh, come on. All right, well, I mean, anything that we get to hit is beautiful. Questing Beast is good. Tolsimir is good. Like, yeah, Questing Beast goes away. Goes to Exile, too. I forget about that. All right, well, I think getting rid of Fauna Shaman is worthwhile. In this format where you only have a few really big bombs, being able to tutor them up every turn, we're not going to stand for that. Gotta kill you. Kill you with fire. Lead a tutor for 1 card. They might be stuck on mana, though. We're definitely getting all the ramp on. Boar Claw. Ooh. Boar Claw with Love Struck Beast is actually kind of fun. Makes it a 1 mana 5/5. That's pretty good. Alright, it gets +1/+1. We got 2 blockers for it though, so that's fine. Forest. I can almost kick that and play something else. I think we play Karn. I think I just want card advantage at the moment. Cavalier and Golden Egg. Yeah, so we get the egg, which is card draw this turn. I'm actually okay with that. No attacks past the turn. We could have even attacked in. The issue is that they're going to play massive things here. So we need to dig for... I mean, Cavalier Thorns is a good blocker. Eldritch Reborn. Creature or Planeswalker? Okay, get rid of the wolf. We have more things that synergize with wolves, so might as well hold back there. Doesn't swing in. Interesting. Okay. Platinum Angel, I don't really want to play out right now. Cavalier of Thorns seems pretty good. We have to discard a card next turn. So Grow from the Ashes seems like a good card. Let's go ahead and just grab the Cavalier of Thorns. It's a perfect blocker for everything they've got going on. They get something bigger, it's fine. You can also just start creating big things. Alright, we'll take down Cavalier. It's definitely not a bad play. We want another black source. Serial Absolution's a bummer. Pass the turn. I guess I could have swung in with Tolsimir. You can bring something back into their control. Discard Grow from the Ashes. We got plenty of mana at this point. And Karn is a great source of gaining more mana. Love Struck Beast. I mean, if they kill Cavalier Thorns at any point, we get back Ethereal Absolution. Shuts down Love Struck Beast, shuts down a few things. Grow from the Ashes. Okay, they got their ramp on. Holding on to the Golden Egg to make these guys bigger. Fast to my turn. What do we get? Lyra. Nothing wrong with a Lyra. Okay, tick up. Health with Conqueror's Death or Casualties of War? Woo, which one? Which one? Okay. Then get back Fauna Shaman. Oh my goodness, that's really good. And the crazy thing is that I might just play out Lyra instead of either of those two. This deck just has so many big bombs, and we are actually able to ramp to him, which is pretty cool. Also, the Conqueror's Death. What do we get back from the graveyard? Seraph of the Scales. Let's start sending a message though. We're here to fight. They get to bring back Fauna Shaman. That's just fine. In fact, we can take care of that with us with Conqueror's Death. We're not worried about the board at all yet. Pass the turn. I mean, Goreclaw is annoying. It makes everything a lot cheaper, but they have all the mana in the world anyway. If they have card advantage, it's the issue. Oh, I forgot it's any creature, any graveyard. Yeah, resolve. And now we don't have one in the graveyard for that. Okay. Halukronos. And can fight Lyra right away. Bummer. Nice. Is Casualties of War worth it now? Okay, pass to my turn. Now we keep being 1 mana short from being able to play multiple things. Casualties of War seems like it's never a bad thing to have. Honestly, we might just want Pelukronos on as a 1/1 for forever. I don't really care about him at that point. He's a 1/1. He can fight and come back, and they may do that on the next turn, I guess. It's a lot of mana spent. I guess it's a worthwhile bit of mana spent, though. Casualties of War hits what? Not much at all. Alright, let's tick up first, then.
A curious choice.
This is our best removal for this Pelukronos. Pelukronos does shut down our Platinum Angel and does shut down a lot of other things. Okay, Elspeth Conquers Death. So what do we hit, though? So if I was them, what I would do is I would fight with Pelukronos, 3 mana, bring it back 6 mana. Do they have 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Exactly enough to do it as well. And escapes with 12 counters. I think we have to get rid of Pelukronos while we can. Which means we probably lose this Karn. Although the Cavalier being able to bring back Ethereal Absolution is pretty big. Because it shuts down Goreclaw completely. Alright, pass the turn. Erebos. Everything gets bigger. We'll block Seraph of the Scales. If they want to pump, we're totally fine with that. We're fine with our life total. I mean, if they want to give it Death Touch. Yep, resolve. Down to 7. We may need to throw out Platinum Angels sooner than later now. Bring back... Revoke Existence isn't terrible either. But Ethereal Absolution. Take action. I always forget that it's not actually card draw. Okay, resolve. Yeah, so they don't even get those guys. They do get to draw cards though. You draw multiple cards. Okay, Karn.
I will fight you. Are you certain of your decision?
Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. We're actually fine with them getting that. Burn up to 1 target creature planeswalker from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Destroy up to 1 target creature planeswalker. Okay. Okay, my turn. We have to survive. So Lovestruck Beast turned off. Goreclaw doesn't pump himself. So Ethereal Absolution definitely the best play here. And then we get to use Ethereal Absolution's ability basically anytime to create blockers, to steal whatever they're going to hit with Yawgmoth's Vile Offering from the graveyard. Yeah, so we're in good shape. Let's go ahead and create a... Create a body.
You are only hurting yourself. Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Swing in with Tulsamir at Karn. Yeah, I guess Karn.
It is best if you stop.
Pass the turn. So Goreclaw gives gets a pump for power 4 or greater, so he doesn't even affect himself anymore. So now he gets back Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Yep, we knew this was coming. We get to exile whatever he targets. The Great Henge. Alright, that's pretty good. That kind of turns off Ethereal Absolution to an extent. Galta. Okay. Platinum Angel might be too late now. Please swing in. Just do it. Yeah. It does swing in. I mean, I guess if they're getting rid of more creatures on our side, that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and steal Fauna Shaman. We get Lyra on our turn. Why is that back up? Makes no sense. Why is Lovestruck Beast bigger again? What? Okay, there it goes. Alright, we get to bring back Lyra. Seraph of the Scales is interesting. Giving Death Touch to kill the Galta. We also know Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is coming, so I guess we take Seraph of the Scales. We play Golos, we create another token. We want to draw out this Yawgmoth's Vile Offering so that we can somehow stay alive. counter onto it. Let's tick. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Casualties of War. Let's just do that. Okay, Casualties of War. I forgot about Casualties of War, honestly. All right, so Casualties of War. Planeswalker, land, creature, artifact. Yeah, okay. Throughout the Great Henge. Yeah, that was... That's a good casualties. That's why we decided to go to 43 cards versus 40. Just so that we can make sure that we can win games like that. Yeah. I mean, do I think that a more synergistic, straightforward, more like aggressive deck is most of the times better? Yeah. But that was pretty fun stuff right there. All right, who are we up against now? The AV Cable. Bring it on, the AV Cable. The Avacaba. Wolf Willow Haven. So we ramp up to the Questing Beast. Then hopefully we hit double white source. It's a little bit awkward, but we're going to keep it. Play the plains first, pass the turn. I'm just going to put this onto the forest, since we have enough green mana that it's fine. Yeah. There we go, Sunpetal Grove. Sweet. Alright, Questing Beast. Turn 3 Questing Beast. By the way. Down to 16 past the turn. So worst thing here is a bunch of smaller creatures or removal. That would also be bad. Something to hit with this Elspeth Conquers Death would be nice. Although, it is a bummer to play when you don't have anything in the graveyard. Spark Harvest. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's just brutal. Man. Questing Beast and Lyra. Thanks. I'm sorry, honestly. What do you do about that? And I just got rid of your Crawl Harpooner, which is one way to do stuff. Karn, yeah.
I battle with who may regret that choice.
I'll give you the Fanatical Firebrand. Doesn't bother me one bit. Elspeth Conquers Death. And that means we're getting Questing Beast back with a counter, and he's hasty in 2 turns. Or Lyra as a 6/6. Biogenic Ooze. Okay. That's somewhat annoying. That means that they can block the Questing Beast. Okay, play Once Upon a Time. Cavalier of Thorns. Sure. Actually pretty good before Elspeth Conquers Death, because there might be something better to hit. Tolsimir's not terrible. Seraph of the Scales actually with the Lyra out. Yeah, that's probably what we go for. Even over Questing Beast, man. I don't think I realized how good Seraph of the Scales is. Because I've wanted it quite a few times. Just the ability to have Afterlife with certain board states is just really versatile and nice. A Fanatical Firebrand. Just as a blocker. It's to create another Ooze. If they kill Cavalier Thorns, we're pretty fine with that too. Okay, so let's see here. How do we want to do this? Giving Lyra Dawnbringer Vigilance with Gideon's not a terrible play either. But I think that Seraph of the Scales is the best. We're gonna get enough damage in that the 1/1s it'll create is also, they're also useful. And this has been busted. How good this has been. Seriously. All right. Yeah, Lyra, down to 1. Pass the turn. You have to have some way of exiling the entire board, basically, to stay in this game. We're at 35 life. We don't have any direct damage in the deck, but I really highly doubt. Yeah, good game. Midnight Reaper. All right, and then gonna sack the Fanatical Firebrand. Nice. Oh, I should have settled just for fun. Man, that was... And we had the settle in hand. All right, 4 and 2 so far. Win-win, loss-loss, win-win. Let's not keep the pattern going. Let's go win-win-win here instead of a loss. See if we can actually complete it. We already got back our money that we spent on it, all the gold. And if we can get the gems... Pretty sweet stuff. RTW 3333. My bad, going the wrong way. We'll once upon a time to hit the green source. We don't hit it. We have Legion's Landing. Hopefully get to Lyra. I mean, this is okay. We get to dig 5 deep for green source. We don't hit it. It's pretty sad. We already hit the green source. Well, we still once upon a time. I think we want another green source. I mean, that's the only options, right? I mean, yeah, we take that. Legion's Landing. This is a handful of lands, but with a Lyra in it. And there are definitely worse things. Okay, let's put this on... I'm fine putting it onto another forest, I guess. I don't think it really matters which one you put it on. Pass the turn. I will block once this swings in. We get to gain a life and deal 4 points of damage to them. Flipping the Legion's Landing at this point is not... I mean, it's a priority, but it's not something that's crazy important. I guess we're fine taking it too, though. Down to 17. Garuk. Alright. Well, we get to ramp a little bit here. Dryad. Get out the plains now, just to make sure I don't mess things up somehow. No attacks, pass the turn. Dryad, amazing blocker against these things as well. I'm kind of expecting it to be killed here. We get Garuk for the next turn. Lyra the turn after. I think Garuk is better. Like, I'd rather it be out a few turns, especially when the board is small, so that I can create a bunch of 2/2, you know, wolves. Murderous Rider would be annoying, though. Intriguing. We'll block and block. What can they have in their colors? I guess they could have a pump spell in white. I didn't think about that. Killing the Dryad is annoying. Okay. It turns off some of our combos, but not too many. Does Questing Beast change anything? I guess not. Rook. So good.
Stay on the trail.
I'm hoping they don't actually have removal for planeswalkers. I didn't slot it into any of my decks so far because when people have, like, planeswalkers are still fairly rare in this format. Like, every deck might have one if it really fits with it, but running removal that only kills that doesn't seem very good.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
All right, so Fairy. If they tuck the Garuk, that's kind of okay.
I'm not done yet.
Now we get to kill Woe Strider swinging with Questing Beast. And flip Legion's Landing. Okay, kill Woe Strider. Cavalier Thorns as well. Okay, we also get to create a token with swinging in here, so... Testing Beast. Yep. I am going to just get rid of this Teferi, if we can. Swing both of those at Teferi, Questing Beast in. Flip the Legion's Landing. Oh my goodness. That is the one thing I've noticed with this deck, though, is that we're not quite able to play two things a turn, and having 4 and 5 drops makes it difficult because you have to have 10 or 11 mana, and when we're only running 18 in the entire deck, it makes it difficult. All right, decides not to lose anything. They'd rather keep up blockers for this stuff later.
I'm getting too old for this.
Yep, killed Furry. And pass the turn. We created a token on the end step. That is one nice thing, though, is Adanto Vanguard, with the amount of mana that we typically have, this is like the perfect extra little bit. All right, what else they've got? So Woe Strider in the graveyard won't come back until it has 4 cards, so 2 more in the graveyard that they'll need. They have a good blocker against the Wolves, kinda. Pride Mate. Not very good. Okay, create a token. Yep. They do have white, so they could have board wipes. I'm debating if I want to go for Lyra right now or not.
Stay on the trail.
Let's attack in first. I'll attack, hold back that guy. I mean, board wipes just basically help out the Garuk. So, I mean, if we kind of force it, that's fine. I think right now we're going for more aggressive. Lyra might be better for the aggressive plan. Oh, we lost things we can't really... But we can get back anything with Cavalier Thorns, huh? I guess we can play everything out. Why not? Let's do it. And we got Lyra. Does that come in tapped or just onto the battlefield? Oh, it is just onto the battlefield. Forgot about that. Well, if they have a board wipe, kind of okay. I mean, I guess Adanto Vanguard goes away. Okay, no board wipe. Can't be cast from the graveyard. But they can't enter the battlefield. That's fine, though. Okay, get some more Wolfies.
You're not scared of dogs,
Oh yeah, that gains them life, huh? What's in our graveyard? Let's just do this. Swinging the Wolfies, it could be good, but we can wait until they're not going to be able to recover from it. Pass the turn. Actually, I guess we thin out our deck. Plains, forest. Pass the turn. Getting Pridemate big doesn't bother us at all. The only issue is that if they do have a board wipe, a Danto Vanguard can gain Indestructible and then swing in. So pass to my turn. You get to gain 3 life. So I think what we do here is we just swing all in. They gain 3. How do they block? They block here, here. Nothing. Yeah, so I don't see how we don't get in for an extra... I guess it has to be 7 points of damage. That's still fine. They're losing their Soul Warden. Danto Vanguard's blocking a 1/1. Okay, they're really not doing their math here. All right, good game. I think there was a small... No, I'm pretty sure we had it no matter which way they blocked, but that was definitely not a good way to be blocking right there. All right, well, we got our 5 wins, only 2 losses. Let's see if we got anything good here. Hey, a new rare. Sweet. I love how it always says first on it. It's never actually first. It just means that you were missing 1, probably. Fathom Fleet Captain, though, actually one of my favorite cards. To like, it's one of those I've always hoped would work really well, but doesn't always. Anyway, I like doing these cube sealed as well because it helps me. I've won 2. I've done 1 besides on here. And I've won 2 of them. The other 2 I've gotten to 3 or 4 wins on each. 3 on one of them, 4 on the other. So I mean, I feel like I've been doing pretty well wins wise, and so definitely getting the monies up so that I can buy more Ikoria. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye bye.